Sridhar, Patra's lecture. I hope I can benefit from it. Thank you.
Nalco. So he's come from Orissa.
Hyderabad Management Association, interest in management and also common interest of Hyderabad Management Association. And today we have Mr. Shridhar, the CMD of Nalco. Gathering all the members. Plays a very important
board meeting and we are here. The event is an annual general meeting and the chief guest is the CMD from Nalco, who is going to talk to us about Nalco and the growth of Nalco. And then we are celebrating in the evening with dinner and cousins. Thank you.
I'm Rati Vinayja. I've been on the board of COD for a very long time. In between I was not there and I've rejoined the board. It's been a great journey with Dr. Maheshwari. It actually started way back in the early 70s when the government of Tamil Nadu started a program called Management by Objectives. And that's when I met him because I'm a Tamil Nadu civil servant. And the journey has come this far. It's beautiful to know that his daughter has taken over to lead this institute. Thank you.
Ninth edition of Dr. To start the program, I invite the organizers. Let me start with the President of HMA, Jevan Naidu. Can you please come on the dais and take a seat? I request Sridhar to hand over the program. We have the responsibility for you to make sure you take care.
Ma'am, once again, ma'am.
Chairperson Dr. Sridhar Maheshwari, could please come on the dais and take a seat. Dr. Sridhar Maheshwari, Chairperson of COD.
Mr. Sridhar Patra, Chairman and Managing Director Nalco, Dr. Sunita Maheshwari, Chairperson COD, and Founder Radiology, Mr. J. Naidu, our collaborator and COD, distinguished members of Hyderabad Management Association, faculty, and dear colleagues. I take this opportunity to formally welcome all of you here to COD to participate in Dr. Maheshwari Memorial Lecture. Dr. Memorial Lecture has been there quite a few years. focusing on key management topics. Of course, about the significance of this memorial lecture will be elucidated by Dr. Sridhar. And you all know that COD has been there for 4 decades, furthering the cause of OD practice and interventions. And we have undertaken a special project to resonate COD to further actively participate with the new generation companies. And we are also happy to share with all of you that we are also exploring the possibility of launching a master's program in organizational development, which we call as an MBA body, in collaboration with some eminent institutes. We are exploring, and you will hear more about this in immediate future. And I would like to thank all of you for being part of this COD journey. And I wish and hope and also request all of you to continue to actively participate and support us. As you all know, that COD is a center of excellence to further the practice of OD with a non-profit motive. None of us is here, whether the board, whether the founders, have no monetary profit motive. And all of them have been spending their valuable time and committed only to further, as I said, and strengthen management practice in terms of strengthening Indian companies and Indian organizations. So please do your bit, and many thanks for all of you coming over here. And you will hear more about COD and from us in this evening. With this, I hand over back to Mr. Murthy to take me forward.
And now I request Mr. Devan Naidu to please come up to the dais to talk about it.
You are all aware, Hyderabad Management Association has been active since its inception in the year 1964 and has been playing a very important role in bringing the management fraternity together, and also the industry and the academia, having a membership of educational institutions and corporate institutions. And in the year 2013, it was decided that COD and HMA would come together to organize the first Dr. B.L. Maheshwari Memorial Lecture, as he was also very passionate about management, and so is HMA on its path. This year, other than the normal programs that we do, SDP, MDP, ATP, and other programs, we also would like to do a 1,000 management students convention, maybe some seminars, workshops, and also we are also thinking that if we could associate with the COD, also to do some activity on a research activity on the Hyderabad entrepreneurs who have come up with a lot of out-of-the-box and innovation areas. So we look forward to all the future activities. Thank you.
That talks about the association between HMA and COD and how we are partnered here. And same way, me and Geeta are partnering. She's from HMA and I'm from COD. Now I request our chairperson, Dr. Sridhar Maheshwari, to share a few words about our father and our founder, Dr. B.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and our chief guest, Mr. Patra. Thank you so much for coming all the way to be with us tonight. I think memorial lectures are special because they remind us that when we do good in life, we can be remembered after we go as well. And so I think it's a very important part for all of us to look back always. Thank you all for coming. We have with us Mr. Vinay Jha, who is in the IAS and has known my father for 50 years plus. So it's really special, and several of the COD board members. So I think this memorial lecture was started in 2009 by the board, and we've had some very eminent speakers over the years, some of whom included Dr. Y.V. Reddy, Mr. Arun Maira, Dr. Narendra Jadhav, Dr. B.V.R. Mohan Reddy of Science, Mr. Sunil Kumar Sharma, and Dr. Duburi Subbarao. So I think many of you, including me, have attended these lectures, and the idea was to have distinguished speakers come and have their knowledge and their inspiration reverberate through the halls of COD and through all of us to take back with us. So this year, Mr. Sridhar Patra has graciously agreed to deliver the lecture. He's the esteemed chairman and managing director of Nalco. He's a stalwart whose leadership embodies the ideals of simple living, high thinking. Prior to assuming this prestigious position, he held the mantle of Director of Finance at Nalco, where his astute financial stewardship contributed significantly to the company's success. His extensive experience spans over 3 decades, during which he's held several pivotal roles in public sector undertakings. More recently, as the chairman of the CII Odisha State Council for the year 22-23, he showcased his ability to drive collaborative efforts for the betterment of industries and society. And I think what you see tonight is a collaborative effort of COD and the Hyderabad Management Association, and of course Mr. Patra's generous time to be with us. So I think, thank you very much, Mr. Patra, for coming. We look forward to hearing you speak. I think today business management has changed so much. The environment is so diverse, as the topic says, and there are so many things we need to constantly learn to be agile, and look forward to listening to you and to your motivation and inspiration. Thank you.
To invite our chief guest, Mr. Sridhar Patra, CMD Nalco, to give his address.
At the outset, I pray my prayers to Lord Jagannath, Lord of Universe, to bless and shower all church's blessings on all of us for a healthy life ahead. COVID increase the distance, Lord's blessing will reduce the distance. So that Lord's blessing should shower. I pray to Lord Tirupati to shower all church's blessing on all of us, so that we will feel happy and have a healthy life ahead. Dr. Sunita Maheshwari, Chairperson COD, and Dr. Srinivas Kambla, Director COD, and Mr. Jayant Naidu, President HMA, and other dignitaries in the dais, and the most valued audience, ladies and gentlemen. Before I start or speak my feelings, I found many elders peoples. I pay my regards to all the elder people here. Actually, the topic, business management in diverse business environment. It is a revolving questions in the mind of everybody who is involved with the business. Few things, but I will give examples, then I will come to the topic. 30 years back in the market, people were paying extra money to buy the film bromide paper, whether it is Indu, Konica, all these things. To get a roll, we used to pay extra money. Now, it has vanished from the market. Konica camera was a favorite choice. Now, it has vanished from the market. And when we were studying, our parents were telling to motivate us, if you score this, I will give one HMT watch. Okay. HMT has come to a 6th position. In between, Alwyn watch entered into the market. Alwyn picked up the business, then Titan came to the market. Now, the most favored fruit, apple, is also trying to capture the market of Titan. What is happening in the business world? From the day one, we understand business is a going concern concept. If it is a going concern concept, the business has to run. Then why there is a full stop in those business? What went wrong? What went wrong therein? Whether it is our duty to introspect, assess, or it is the responsibility of whom? Earlier, just now we tested samosa, pakoda. These were the traditional food we like. Pizza, burger has overruled this. Big beach, small beach, whatever may be, now age has come, pizza roj aja. So now the question is, why this is happening? We used to go to the shop with our parents to market. We travel the entire market. From this shop I buy vegetable, from that shop I buy ration, from that shop I buy my toys, from that shop I buy my books. Now, shop concept is over. We went to mall. Customers are full, mall is full. Whether business is full or not, that is second thing. So now that is gradually vanishing. And this COVID taught us a great lesson. We say we must have a vision and a mission, but COVID has a mission and a vision to taught us a lesson. What it taught? A relation is nothing. If son is suffering, parents are not going. Because where is the love? Love vanished like a camper. No love. If husband and Hindu Shastra mein, once you married, for 7 life, it is permanently married. Where is that love? Wife is suffering, husband is not looking. You suffer. I will not like you suffer, but I like when you come back. I dislike when you suffer. This gave us a training, work at home culture. What I will do? The office premises, what I have taken on hire, I have made capital investment, I have constructed the building. What I will do with that? If people will work from home, and people started working from home, putting a half pant with a banyan, only face is visible, then why should I give uniform? So these are all $1 million questions which is coming to the mind. So now, looking all these things, I want to know what is management, then what is business, then what is business management, and then we will say what is diverse environment. The word diverse has become very popular in nowadays because marriage is free entry and divorce is free exit. Clear? So with this sort of things, first I gave this example. Each example has a meaning and each example has a relation what I am going to explain. Business environment includes specific forces, human forces, inhuman forces. What are the human forces? Basically, 4 forces: investors, customers, competitors, suppliers. This is influenced by investors, this is influenced by customers, this is influenced by supplier, business is influenced by all external forces which we consider these are the human forces. What is non-human forces? Non-human forces: social, political, legal, technological. I am just giving a small example. I got an opportunity when I was in ONGC to interact with some of the officials of the finance ministry. I placed my views. They said, "Are you an advocate?" I said, "No, I am not an advocate, but I advocate for the people." So the reason is, I said, "Sir, the policy should be such, it should give a firm assurance for me. I am investing in a business which is a going concern concept. If you change your law tomorrow, my investment which has been made, I have calculated with all finance people, IRR, NPV, all these things, it is giving profit, and finally I land there is no profit." He said, "Why?" I said, "You introduce various sections under Chapter 6A of the Income Tax Act that export benefit will be giving ATHSC, export benefit will be giving working in a free trade zone, special economic zone. So I have made all my investment there. Today you bring with the Income Tax Act. If you do not claim any benefit, the tax rate is this. If you claim the benefit, the tax rate is not that." My entire calculation collapsed. Where I land? I have taken a policy of LIC. LIC का टैगलाइन क्या है? जिंदगी के साथ भी, जिंदगी की बाद भी. So now the question, the insurance premium will be paid for 30 years. I have taken the policy. Now you are telling if ATC benefit you claim, this premium will not be allowed. Then what I will do? I will ask my wife, what should I do? Then wife said, the definition of wife is always invited forever. Clear? She said it is a financial matter. You should get a solution. I told you are a better financial manager. Continue that policy. As long as I am alive, I am with you. If my ticket is booked today, then tomorrow I am no more with you. So LIC will give you only money. Okay. Then she thought, let us discuss tomorrow. I said, okay, let us discuss tomorrow. The next morning we found we will make life analysis. What is that life analysis? As long as husband is there, it is fine. If the husband dies, the wife speaks, that love converted into love. Land of sorrow, ocean of tears, valley of death, end of life. Nobody will ask you anything. You are so good, so better, but your husband dies, everybody will look at in the reverse direction. If you are looking at a North Pole, they will see the South Pole, because perhaps you are coming to ask some favor. So that is the society where we are living. Then finally we took a decision. ATC goodbye, LIC hi. So that we will continue with the LIC. If I die, that money will say that you live in comfort. LIC live in comfort for certain periods. Okay. So if this type of policy formulation is made, legal framework is made, you go on making your capital investment, tomorrow the law changes. For example, I am giving another example. You have made an industry, the raw material is not in India, it is to be imported. That raw material is coming from Jinping. China. Okay, government decided not to have transaction with China. If that policy comes, what will do with your industry? Raw material will not come. Investment is a long term. So this type of environment in which the business is evolving and evolving. So in such a situation, because what I said, the human forces and the inhuman forces or non-human forces, all the forces influence the business as external forces. So the environment is very diverse. In that environment, what we have to do? You should be static or dynamic. If you are static, nobody will believe. If you are static, nobody will pay respect. I am just giving an example. In the traffic signal, amber, green, red. Okay, no police post. If I am hurried, amber also looks me green, I go. Okay, because this is a static post. If the police is there, even green is there, he say, you say, stop, I am stopping. Yes or no? This is happening. Because I am always an observer where it goes wrong, where I go wrong. So once I was traveling, I told my driver, "I green दिखाया, चलो ना सर, police मना कर रहा है." I told, whom you obey? Everywhere it is recorded, obey traffic signals. Nowhere it is recorded, obey police hand. So you obey the traffic signal and you proceed ahead. If we ask, I will tell a photograph निकालिए, traffic signal was green, so I was moving. There is no fault, no penalty. So the question is, the environment where we are living, we do not know. Even I am the creator, I do not know what will happen tomorrow. Because God has created a mistake in creating this living organism. Somebody said, why did you create a human being? He said, before creating the human being, I created two persons, monkey and donkey. Because history speaks, our forefathers were monkey. History speaks. We have lost gradually our tail. So they said, you are born as a monkey and to work as a donkey, then we live in the society. Role of the donkey is to work hard. Whatever load you give, it has to accept. People who have travelled Vaishnav Devi, people who have travelled Kedarnath, they will say, donkey role is the same. If you are a 50 kg person, you sit on a khachar, you have to pay 450 rupees. If some 120 kg person sit also, he has to pay 400 rupees. No differentiation. Per person. Clear? So God has created, before creating us, they first created monkey, then created donkey. They said, this is your starting, this is your end. So we are doing in between, we are doing the business. We do not know whether we will do like a monkey or donkey or in between something. And people, why I am telling this? People do in between, that is hanky and panky. Because every motive is how to save money, whether it is legal or illegal. If you go to a shop, you will ask, what is the price? For 10,000. ना कुछ discount होगा? अच्छा bill लेंगे कि नहीं? Then what? Why bill? What is the difference? Now if you take the bill, there will be tax. If you don't take bill, there will be no tax. this is the culture why I told. This is also happening in the business. So with this diverse environment, managing business is the key challenge. Why key challenge? Where management is required. Management is required there where there is a shortage of resources. Amply air is available, we are breathing, we are polluting, we don't care. The day will come when we have to pay money to go to the oxygen booth and then you will feel the value of air. So under the economic theory, resource is shortage. If it is abundant, we do not feel it is a resource. If it is shortage, care, then the resource are shortage, handle with care, otherwise it will be a nightmare. Money, you have 10,000, you have received salary today. Go to the hotel, enjoy the food, visit a place. For then there is no money. What to do? We cannot say hunger. Survival again will fight. Wants increase, demand increase, need increase, corruption breeds. Corruption does not mean taking money from somebody, cheating to anybody, or attempt to cheat anybody. That also leads to a corruption. That also leads to a corruption. So, what is to be done? How to manage the business? My life of 38 years experience already I have solved. So, I feel, even though I will retire at the age of 60, I will say my learning is not complete. Each day is a day of experiment. Each day is a day of learning. The world is evolving so fast, technology is evolving so fast. Those examples I gave, another brightest example I give, in Mumbai and Kolkata, whether you are our porters or coolies, to take a license of a coolie, you have to pay not less than 5 lakhs. You have to spend not less than 5 lakhs. Now they are also at danger. How? Can anybody imagine how they are in danger? Trolley bags. So, how your business will get affected, by which factor or forces, you do not know. Whether it rains or it does not rain, you have to carry an umbrella every time. So, my concept, if you are searching a bridegroom for your son, or searching bride for your son, what you are searching? What you are searching? You are searching a bridegroom for your son or a bride for your son? Now I want this answer. I have answer.
Bride.
Bride. Whatever you say, I will say it is wrong.
How is it?
Simple.
Whatever son wants.
After marriage, there are 3 theories. One theory is, who says sorry without is wise. Who says sorry with mistake, he says he is knowledgeable. And who says sorry even is right, is husband. Who says sorry even is correct, he is husband. So, if that is the so, whether you are getting a command to your house, then you are searching a bridegroom. If you are not getting a command to your house, you are searching for a bride. Okay, 7 characters of the bride should be there. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You see the age of the bride, background of the family. B, C, character of the bride, developmental attitudes. E, education. F, family background. G, general, dena kitna, lena kitna. Here, if A, B, C, D, E, F, G matches, then the match is fixed. In a business, if you think what are the characteristics it has to match, I say A to Z. And on each A to Z, if you make some strategic planning, you can succeed in this VUCA world and in this diverse environment. I will briefly speak those features. A stands for acceptance. Business should be very open-minded to accept any suggestion, any changes required to make your business operational. That is the acceptance. B stands for business acumen. I have given some examples. If you have gained, people say, जिंदगी में बहुत पैसा कमाया, कितना बहुत कमाया, अभी क्या है कुछ नहीं, पॉकेट खाली। Then आपने कमाया नहीं कुछ, you have lost, you have not earned anything. C stands for communication, conflict resolution and coordination. What is communication? The organization will be successful if the communication channel is successful. What is communication? What is communication?
The sender's message should be understood by the receiver.
Pardon?
The sender's message should be understood by the receiver.
If there is no message?
No communication.
Yes. A small infant baby laughing seeing her mother, but she is not laughing seeing you. There is no communication, silence, but that is also a communication. So sometime in the business, if your enemies are against you, don't be reactive. Keeping silence is also a communication. What happened to Gautam Adani when the foreign company made an analysis? For the timing they remain silent. Because at that juncture, whatever you say, people will react, they will give advice. Whatever reply will give, people will find out the shortcomings out of that. So businessmen should know what type of communication, when I should make, and what communication I should make. Communication need not be formal, communication can be oral, communication can be symbolic, communication can be silence. Normally we forget, silence is not a communication. But Sanskrit में कहावत है, मौन is subject by remaining silent. So communication. Conflict resolutions. Conflict resolution is a bigger term. Lack of communication creates conflict. With full communication, it makes resolution. When the business grows, you enlarge your business and you clear up your business, everything you cannot look into. So you must have a delegation to down the line to do it. By giving delegation, you must ensure your decision making is not wrong. If you give delegation of power in the hands of a wrong person, then the outcome will be disastrous. While giving delegation to the rightest person with the rightest level, the output will definitely based on your vision or requirement. Executing capabilities. What is executing capabilities? For executing capability, three things must be very clear. There must be clarity, what to do. If there is no clarity, you never expect the outcome will be of your desired. There must be clarity, what to do. Then there must be competency. If you give your gold chain to be repaired to a goldsmith, he will say okay. If you give your gold chain repair to a carpenter, what he will do? So the competency means the capability required to execute the work. That must be understood clearly. Then there must be a passion. A person who is doing the activity with a passion, his outcome will be much better than a person having competency, clarity, doesn't have a passion. You cannot get the same output. Two are the painters. Why Mona Lisa painting is so much valued, other painting is not so much valued? Yes, in India other paintings are also there, it is much valued than Mona Lisa. If you go to the Mysore Palace, you see the pictures are moving, how the price will be driven. Normal economic theory speaks, price is determination of supply and demand forces in a perfect competition market. If it is a monopolistic market, then you will be dictating price, there is no issue. But if it is, nowadays we are moving under a perfect competition market, you have stored the inventory, you have produced the inventory, you have borrowed the capital, the price reduces. If you have made financial proficiency to take this aspect, if you have made hedging, then you will get rid of the same. So purpose of telling is financial proficiency. Everybody can tell I am a finance professional, I am financially proficient. But financially proficiency is to be seen from each angle. Governing skill. I am going A to Z, seriously. It may take 10 minutes more.
No, this is I'm enjoying it.
Governing skill. What is that governing skill? Sometimes what happens, I am just giving a small example. When you are traveling in the aircraft, if you sit in the emergency door, the air hostess will come. Should I speak in Hindi or English? With a smiling face. Then another air hostess is announcing, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome to 6C2493 and we are sure to take off. Immediately question arises, are you sure to land? That question comes to my mind. You are announcing sure to take off within 5 minutes, boarding is completed. Are you sure to land? Not within your control. So they have put a governing skill. But SOP they are telling, whether you understand or do not understand, pull the door, pull it down, throw it outside, you open the door only when we get the command from the captain, passengers evacuate, evacuate, evacuate. मेरा listening थोड़ा कम है. The captain is telling passenger लेट जाइए, लेट जाइए, लेट जाइए. He it appears to me evacuate, evacuate, evacuate. If I open, they say it is offense. Okay, we will decide later on. मेरा hearing yet निकल गया. I could not listen. I felt perhaps 3 बार बताया तो evacuate, evacuate, evacuate. I pulled the door. Sometimes this may happen. Lack of perception, lack of communication. You are giving something and something has happened. If there is a SOP, standard operating procedure, to handle all type of events, I am giving a small example. If something happens, somebody fell down in the house, we are confused. Swelling आ गया, ice देना है ना गर्म पानी देना? We forget everything, बैठा के ले लो चाय पी लो. Clear? पानी ले लो. If right moment, right treatment, stitch in time will save a life. If you do not do it, then the consequence will be something different. So there must be a governing skill for each aspect. It must be codified. It must be stated. It only codified, stated is not sufficient. It should also be ventilated by giving training, demonstrating. Happiness index improvisation. Across the globe, everybody is thinking, are you happy? Everybody is asking a question, are you happy? So now, the question is, I will give an example. When Lakshman was seriously ill, Lord Rama sent Hanuman, go and get Sanjeevani. Okay. Hanuman went, Gandhamardan. He said, what is Sanjeevani? He has not been demonstrated. This is the leaf of Sanjeevani. If you would have been demonstrated with the leaf of Sanjeevani, he could have seen sample matches with actual, let us pick the answer Sanjeevani. Okay. But since it was not demonstrated, I am also little bit comparing. If you are sending your son or daughter, jao, cow ghee, 1 kilo le aao. Son will go with mobile phone. Mummy, Ramdev 820, Samdev 640, Amul 590, and Britannia buy one half free. Which I will buy? Then mommy will say, see your money, whatever you will get. Britannia looks yellow color and Amul looks white color. Which ghee I will buy? Buy anything, why you are disturbing? Then again you will telephone, ये 500 ml का है, 1 kg का नहीं, if I buy 2, the cost is becoming more. Purpose of telling, when there is no SOP, this sort of situation will arise. If there is a SOP, you are not permitted to deviate anything, then you will go, you have to say first search Britannia. If Britannia is not available, then you search Amul. Amul is not available, then you go to Omphed. Omphed is not available, then you go to Visakha. If 1 kg not available, buy half kg. Again same exercise, buy Britannia, then Amul. So the purpose of telling is, this is highly required in an organization. So when we talk about interpersonal skill innovation, if there is a SOP, interpersonal skill will not be affected. Because there will not be conflict. I will say, भाई क्या एक medicine लाने के लिए भेजा था? I am just giving an example. दिवाली के time में everybody say keep a bucket of water. Nobody said keep a tube of furacil or burner. You just tell me how many of you, before going to set fire in a cracker, you are keeping in your bucket or furacil ointment or a burner ointment? Which is required? It may not so happen that day may not be required. But if you do not keep, apply the furacil or burner immediately, burn will be suppressed. If you do not apply immediately, then later on whatever will happen, you have to face the consequence. So the basic person is, if there is SOP, the interpersonal skill will be there, innovation you can make. Innovation, I will give a small example. What is innovation? I am giving a small example. You can tell me, I am a commerce graduate. In my college, some people gave my name for singing a song. I said, when girl children are singing, there's right angles and sweet angles, all these things. I cannot compete with them. And I don't want to go and get defeated. Then somebody said, "Aapko to is baar maza dikhayenge hum." I was worried what to do. What to do? Then I said, I cannot compete with those people. I know their strength. I made my own sweat analysis. Then I sang a song, each word ko reverse karke. I am just giving that example. The song is A Banaro Chai Jahi Prathama Prema Sapana in Odia. And the reverse A Ranavo Icha Ija Mathape Matrana Pasa. Whether you understand or do not understand, that is not issue. When I started singing, the judge is asking what you are singing. I said, Gana? Then he said, what is this? I told, sir, music ka koi language nahi hai ki barricades nahi hai. Okay? You make it reverse, you see. And I was awarded second prize. The question is, you have to do something innovation. How to succeed? I am giving one more example. How many of you are using Colgate toothpaste? Please raise your hands. How many of you use Colgate toothpaste? Very good. From British period it is going. Toothpaste means Colgate. Whether you get any other toothpaste, Thermosil, Sensodyne, whatever you get, Pepsi, toothpaste le aayenge, Colgate le aao. That is the standard. Washing powder, Sharp le aao. Whether you get Tide, whatever you may be, Ghadi, that is immaterial. So the Colgate toothpaste, those who are using, the lid or mouth of the Colgate toothpaste has been widened. Earlier it was little bit small, now it has become widened. Have you observed? Yes. What is the reason? It is an innovation. No, innovation. What is innovation? I want to scale up my production. If I do not operate at 90% level, I cannot break even. So if I only produce and do not sell, the holding cost will be much more. Then there was a discussion what to do. We people like this suggested, एक काम करिए. We have जैसे vote bank एक group का रहता है. Some people they are using Colgate, whatever maybe they will use Colgate. Our customers are fixed. एक काम करिए, just mouth piece को थोड़ा wide कर दीजिए. So that when they will apply on the brush, a मोटा डाया का toothpaste will be on the paste on the brush. Okay, consumption will be more. So you will sell more. Simple logic. This is innovation. Okay, this is innovation. So you must have innovation. Then joint venture, joint working. The brightest example, Chandrayaan-3 made India proud and free, isn't it? if a single person will work based on your best qualities, you can perform something. But if 10 persons are together, best quality of each person is put, then definitely the outcome will be assured and it is achievable. So always insist on collaborating, joint working, joint venture. I am a good manufacturer of aluminium. Madam is a good manufacturer of auto. Then fuel efficiency of your vehicle will go up. एक काम करेंगे, jointly काम करेंगे, आपका जो body required vehicle का will make of aluminium, and aluminium को fit होगा जैसे आप engine बनाइए, automobile बनाइए. So if you work together, she will grow, I will grow. Earlier what was happening, I should go single-handed. That concept is when Russia and Ukraine, what they are? What they are? When brother, can you say enemy? That's step brothers. Brother will title will remain, they become step brother, fighting with each other. The entire vessels, ocean going vessels, were restricted. We faced lot of problems to export our merchandise. And alumina is such a product we cannot store in the general place. It is to be kept in the silo with the required atmosphere. So the logistic is the greatest challenge. Coal supply to the various captive power plants was restricted because they wanted to supply coal to the indigenous power plant. Whatever port-based power plants were made, the source was only based on the imported coal. So it will come to the port, it can be used. But coal supply from the foreign country could not be made, the price become high because of this war, etc. Then they wanted to buy coal from Indian sources. And when those coals were supplied to them, the captive power plants were suffering. So you have to make good logistic infrastructure along with parallel A pairs B, B pairs C. Even in your, suppose you are going to attend a marriage at Bangalore. Now you are going in the city, you have booked the ticket in the flight, everything is okay. But in one of the city on the way, there is accident, traffic dislocation. By the time you come, reroute everything, flight is taken off. Then you must have an attempt. If flight fails, I should go by my road transport. If you will make subsequently, by the time you arrange a vehicle and go, marriage is over. So logistics is a greatest challenge for all the business across the world. Then monetary management. Financial prudence is different, monetary management is different. Monetary management, financial prudence speaks about gaining something. Monetary management speaks owning something. Then you can say what is gaining something, what is owning something. I am giving a small example. I was Director of Finance in Tehri Hydro Development Corporation, a Government of India power sector PSU. When I joined as a director, I found the debt which was borrowed from REC PFC at 11%, 12%, 13% based on those interest rates. At the time of borrowing, agreement has been signed. I found the market, by floating a bond, I can get at 7%, 8%, 6%, then why should I pay 11%, 13%? Nobody has till such time paid attention. Then I said, we will replace like this. My CMD was also a finance person. He became CMD. He asked me, "Aapko gain kya hoga?" Because in the tariff calculation, Whatever interest you pay, that will be added. If you are paying 6%, 6% will be added. If you are paying 12%, 12% will be added. आपको क्या फायदा होगा? I told sir, मुझे कुछ फायदा नहीं, but फिर भी फायदा होगा. Now how? My electricity will be cheaper. So the distribution company taking, he will be always showing interest to pay me only. Otherwise, I can discontinue supply to you if my power is cheaper. So the question is, you have to make management. If I collect money early, without area, that is also I have resources, and exactly same thing happened. When I joined, there was a debt of 1294 crores. When I left the company, I have left with 2500 crores surplus deposit. So the question is, you have to make money management in the sense at any point of time in the production process, in the value chain of the operation. Operation should not be interrupted for resource crisis. If you do not have resources, I am giving an example. Sugar cane is a seasonal product. Sugar cane is a seasonal product. Normally harvesting time you buy sugar cane, then ultimately they make sugar over a period of time. You have purchased enough sugar cane to see that others will not get, I will increase the price. You don't have money by purchasing the sugar cane, you don't have money to pay wages to the workers and pay money for fuel to boil the sugar syrup. Then how will you get this? So you must ensure money, brighter than sunshine, sweeter than honey. But you have to retain it throughout the operation process, that my operation process is sustained, continued, it is not interrupted for the sake of money. I have taken over time.
That's okay, we enjoyed you.
Negotiation and networking. Negotiation and networking. What is negotiation? Any tender, any contract, you have to see I have given at the optimal rate. And this is the nature of us. If you go to the market, even buy industry, if you say, "Bhai, ye kyun hua?" Final बोले, "मैं हमको तो कोई intimation दिया नहीं." Nobody has given intimation to us. Matter will take, when I get the purchase requisition, then only I start action. So, organizing skill is nothing but integrating all this into a common base for the only interest of the business. P stands for project management, planning, public speaking, problem solving. These are all important. When you are addressing to the public, you should know what you should speak. When you are addressing to the union, you should know what you should speak. When you are addressing to your authority, you should know what you should speak, what is your limitation. So, public speaking has become an art which is necessary to damage control. Damage control. Clear? And planning, project management is theoretical. Everybody can. Quarterly review and corrective measures. Under the company law, listed companies are required to publish their financial statements quarterly. Now somebody asked me question, if it is not mandatory, why do I do quarterly? Then I gave one example. In 1986, the cricket match, if you would have seen, Javed Miadar, 1 ball, 6 runs, and he has hit 6 runs and Pakistan won. Yes or not? Yes or not?
Yes.
Yes. then people say, unless the curtain is closed, you cannot tell what will happen to the business. But since we are dealing with the money, if at certain interval we review, anything goes wrong, if my cost is increased, my sales are dropped, inventory shortage, I have imported power, then from that I can learn, I can take corrective measures to ensure and demonstrate my next quarter is better than this. So, quarterly review and corrective measures is a must. Another is reaching stakeholders. Reaching stakeholders is the most important aspect. If your stakeholder do not have trust on you, there is a distrust, the graph will come downward. Stakeholders are many in the business. Shareholder or stakeholder, your customer or your stakeholder. Nowadays, practice has come, if you go to the hotel, sir, your anniversary date, ये फॉर्म में भर दीजिए, date of birth फॉर्म में भर दीजिए. Why? I am not inviting you on my anniversary date. Why you want to remind me? Just sending an email doesn't involve money. We wish you happy birthday. हमको लगता है चांद आ गया हाथ में. You see, ताज होटल में मैं हूँ. They have remembered my birthday. अरे बुद्धू, they are not remembering your birthday. They are making you cheat that when you come to Taj, you pay something more. This year the tariff has been increased. We just say that we have remembered you. So, this become the scenario. So, reaching stakeholder, any employee, his enemy non-performing, birthday में just a simple message will go or a card will be given. He will say, देखिए chairman has signed and given me this. See, he has remembered me. उस दिन गुस्सा में कुछ बोल दिया था, but he has remembered me. So, be it shareholder, be it customers, be it employees, you must reach to the stakeholders. Then the connect between the business and the stakeholder will remain. Strategic thinking, sustained operation. Strategic thinking. What is strategy? What is strategy?
Step by step approach.
Step by step
Approach.
Strategy is neither step by step nor is a plan. Concept has been changed. Strategic thinking is, if any abnormal situation happens, how I will overcome that and I will sustain. Now no question of step by step. Now India is self-sufficient. COVID में we have given highest number of injection, that is made by our Indian laboratories. That has given a confidence. Even COVID father come also, we can welcome and give him an injection. Clear? So if you are successful, that does not mean that strategy will always click. I am just giving an example. Same Tendulkar, he is facing a bowler. 1 over is 6 balls. Okay, first ball 6, next ball risk, go out. Why it is happening? If the same way he is batting, means one strategy will not always be successful for all events, even for the same event. Magnitude may be different, approach may be different, direction may be different, timing may be different. So, you must have a strategic thinking that if any abnormality situation arises, एक बार I have succeeded does not mean the same approach will make you succeed again. Some people go with the confidence, but they get a shock, get a jerk. So one strategy proves successful cannot assure you the same strategy will always be successful. So you must have a strategic thinking. Always you must have a alternative options. Technical knowledge, technical know-how. Now, technology is making us faster. Technology is making us smarter. ये टेक्नोलॉजी का एडवांटेजेस है, डिसएडवांटेजेस भी है. You must be mentally prepared. टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ अपडेट होगा. I am just giving a small story. टेक्नोलॉजी का साथ एडवांस होकर few people are lost. Whether you hard or not smart mommy. A housewife, she was envious. My son, my daughter, my husband, everybody is holding a smartphone. I am not being given a smartphone. Daughter is earning, son is earning, husband is earning. So with all their earnings, they gave a smartphone to the mommy. Smartphone and smart card is the credit card. Mommy started purchasing. Every day, packet came from Amazon, packet came from Flipkart, packet from Zipcart, everything. Month end, super headache. How much to repay? Father's salary, son's salary, daughter's salary is not enough to repay that. So, some entrepreneur should know their appetite. If they want to upgrade, this digital technology is becoming very obsolete very fast. If you have invested 10 crore in SAP, you do not know if tomorrow some other package from SAP will be obsolete. You cannot think, मैं 10 crore दिया तो 100 साल चलना चाहिए. So, you must be mentally prepared. This technology upgradation, what is my appetite, to what extent I can take the risk, and to what investment I can make. People blindly jump. Some people will start a business. How will start a business? Like the Google office shows. In my business also people come. They have dhobi, they have restaurant, they have everything. But finally year-end financial statement speaks 10 crore 29 lakh 394 overdraft. So in such a case, your intention to technological driving or adoption will make you sick. Technological adoption is a must. We have to keep pace, but you have to see your appetite, how much risk you can absorb. Take the food what you can digest. If you take over food, then either you suffer from dysentery or you suffer from loose motion. Union matters handling. Nowadays, workforce they are becoming the stronger, united. Law gives them protection for Bharat. With all entrepreneurs, the economy should be a 5 trillion economy, and we will see golden days has come. And again, my India will be the golden India, and my people will be the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sridhar. It was a wonderful A to Z, nice way, and reminded us that we should stick to it. Thank you so much. We quickly have a couple of questions which will be handled by Chandrasekhar, Vice President of HMA. If anybody has any questions, Mr. Chandrasekhar is here.
He is there.
Please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, Patra ji made the audience enthralled. He did not use any jargon at all. Talking about business management in this environment, only A to Z, one single mantra. What is that APG also for family? A to Z is for the business. It was excellent. I don't think any of us will really have in mind to ask any questions, but time is given as per the agenda, 10 to 15 minutes. If you would like to ask any questions, feel free. I mean, let us confine to the more of the topic rather than going out of subject also. Mike?
Sir, have you touched about risk management?
Yes.
Risk management.
I gave the example, no risk, no gain. Okay? And if no profit, all risk gives pain. I gave the example of 80 HSC, 80 DD, making capital investment if the law is changed.
Any other? Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rammohan Tax Chief Manager and a life member of India. My question is that in Government of India there is a program called Skill India. That's a scheme, that's a program. But my observation or my inference from the scheme, that Skill India scheme is that every Indian needs to be skilled, irrespective of genders, including transgender, to be skilled to the maximum peak of the potential they have. Many Indians have the potential, but they don't perform or reach the potential. Like in machinery we say, installed capacity is there, but utilized capacity is much below the break-even point. So my share of idea is that we need to, is the government or the social cities, social organizations, or the public sector, private sectors all together, are we embarking on this project of skilling everyone across the country and make them perform to the peak of potential? Any take of this?
The concept of Skill India is two things. One is the skill set not available in the country to be brought in. For example, earlier there were no mobile phones. The people were not knowing about the mobile phones. And people who are doing the desktops, they were not able to repair the laptops. Clear? So the concept was thought upon by the Government of India that through educational institution or through different organizations, we should increase the skill. The intention behind two things is skill enhancement is required for employability. Everybody in the India skills should be upgraded, that become a wider sense. If I am 60, like Big Daddy, because we say beyond 60, basic
Soft skills are very, very important, but our government is not promoting soft skills.
Sir, just to add.
Suggestions always welcome. Objection, think. Because every parent now also, when their son or daughter is reading in class 2, they have two vision. IIT मिलना चाहिए, नहीं तो डॉक्टर मिलना चाहिए. If IIT doctor नहीं मिला, they feel sky is falling on their head. Okay, but the question of skill arises not.
Which was the brainchild of Prime Minister and the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Yojana. Talks about skilling, skill development, get on going through Skill India.
No, my point is that every Indian should be skilled.
Now, when we had this challenge of logistics, we have seen the short shipment across the globe, particularly for India.
I will explain for this and please scolding from the local unions, because these are the rewards will come, I know. I just explain within 2 minutes. Any place you acquire the land displaced person will be there and land affected person will be there. As for the R&R policy of the Government of India, which is enacted in 2013 by one act allowed here, only you have to engage their from, price is determined by them. If 500 kilometers, somebody is taking 3,000 in the market, they will take 10,000. So this was there on 1st December 2019. That year, Nalco sustained losses up to November 398 crores. My first challenge was given to me by the Honorable Minister. If Nalco loses, then disinvestment, I cannot protect you. You have to save the company should not sustain loss. Prior to that, he has never sustained loss. Being a finance person, and I have worked in vigilance, I have worked in audit, I have worked in legal, I have worked in taxation, I have worked in general. So I made a thorough analysis of the financial statement. Then I found this place where a company is paying more money by your transportation, I should break it, that will give me a profit.
From A to Z, I thought just waiting for what happened to Z. You pulled a fast one, beyond your imagination, there's a zoom. Excellent, sir, thanks a lot.
Mr. Chandrasekhar as well as Mr. Patra, as well as the audience for asking such relevant questions and ensuring that we all have a ticklish answers to whatever the questions were posed. Thank you. Now it is time to felicitate, and I am sure that we would love to felicitate. Thank you. We would love to have you one more time, especially in India.
One more?
Yes, please. We want you to come in. I'm from Hyderabad Management Association. I really enjoyed your talk and the way you presented. I'm sure everyone in the audience were like
below board level, I have applied in. I got appointment letter from all 17. I did not join. Nalco is my 9th company. I have traveled. I always take a risk because when you change your employment, you do not know professional clearance, acceptance by the people, what is the environment. But I see 3 years only: salary, satisfaction, security. If these 3 is there, I blindly jump. And in one of my interview, one of the industry secretary was an IS officer. He asked, "Are you a bachelor?" I said, "Yes, in commerce." He said, "No, you have to say whether you are married or unmarried." Goods Act, which is from movable property. Actionable claim is not covered under Sale of Goods Act. So you might have purchased cone ice cream. Then they write 5% cashew nut, 3% dry fruits, all these things. I went with my wife, I said, "2 cone lenge." Then we bought 2 cone ice cream. घर में जाने के बाद I said, "Get a plate." Plate में I said, "Melt it." He said, "ये क्या चीज़ है? You are melting it." Melt होने के बाद I will not eat. I said, "I have not brought you to eat. Let it be melted." Melted होने के बाद I removed all these cashew nuts, dry fruits, etc. I take the measurement whether it is making 5% exactly or not. So it is not exactly 5%. And since it was manufactured in Bhubaneswar, quality ice cream, and I telephoned to their owner that I want to talk to you. He said, "Why?" I said, I will be filing a case against you. He said, "Why?" I said, "Under the Sale of Goods Act, the goods sold must correspond with the sample specification mentioned. You have mentioned this. I have purchased 2 cones. I have melted it. You see, I have collected this in the polythene packet. It is not 5% of the total weight of the cone. So you are cheating to the customers." He said, "ये क्या बकवास करते हो? कोई नहीं बताया." I told him, "The fact I am telling, this is a position of the law I am telling." Then he said, "Are you an advocate?" I said, "I am not advocating. I am just advocating for myself." Then he said, "How to overcome this?" कुछ लिखेंगे नहीं. I told people will not buy इसमें क्या है. If you do not write anything, people will say इसमें क्या है. Why should you buy? What is the content? And FPO, Food Product Organization, they say content should be recorded. So then he said, "What to do?" I said, एक example दिया. You purchase 1 kg mutton. मटन में क्या 1 kg मटन में 1 kg liver मिलेगा? मिलेगा नहीं. They will give 50 grams or 100 grams liver के साथ if you want. Mommy cooks the food, so the composition is 10% liver, 90% mutton. 1 kilogram में 100 gram liver means 10% liver, 90% is mutton. Composition is. But when mommy is serving to the different children, same family, कोई किसको liver मिला, किसको मिला नहीं. Then what will tell? Mommy is selfish. Mommy can never be a fish. How she will be selfish? Sure. No, ये तो ठीक है. You are happening in the house. Then why you are blaming me? I said you are right. This specification has been derived from a batch mixing. He showed me a single piece. I told him bill this. Bill करने के बाद I told free इसका ही दे दीजिए. You said buy one get one free. He said sir same value. तो कहाँ लिखा है same value? You have recorded buy one get one free. You must ensure everything should have two pieces. If you say buy one get one free, it is assumption that you have two. So I will take only the same piece. I have twin sisters. I will give them same you give me. Then you say, sir, payment must carry up chale jayega. The question is, I always want to observe what is the abnormality there. And from that abnormality, I want to try what is the reality with the life. I always try to link whether it is a business or is a personal matter or is a family matter. So it is my nature, I cannot change. So I am thankful to the valued audience opportunity to interact. I convey my gratitude for Hyderabad Management Association and Center of Excellence for giving me opportunity, and I am also thankful to the audience giving me a patience hearing without study. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope I don't have a stitcher in my side. Laughing so. No. Request Dr. Sridhar Maheshwari, Chair.
Ma'am, come front, ma'am, come front. Yes.
Mr. Jayvan Naidu, President HME, to kindly present the amendment.
And entertaining, at the same time highly informative, at the grassroots level lecture. Thank you very much, sir. Just because there was so much of laughter and comedy, I thought why not I add a little bit to that. I think the politics loss is I think Nalco's game. You should have been in politics, sir.
Maybe next row.
I think you know everything you mentioned is highly politically correct. At the same time, you know, you are outspoken and extremely rooted and knowledgeable erudite talk. Thank you so much, sir. I wish to thank the Center for Organization Development and especially Dr. Sunita and Dr. Sridhar for arranging this joint lecture today. Hyderabad Management Association is extremely thankful for giving this opportunity and platform to join with you, and we hope, I think there was already a beginning some time back, and we hope that this association will continue in the future. I wish to thank the audience who has been patiently hearing, and I am very sure that you must have all enjoyed the talk, though it was slightly beyond the schedule. I wish to thank all the members of Hyderabad Management Association who are present, the President HMA, the Vice President HMA, and valuable members, senior members who are here, who have been regular in participating in all the lectures. Thank you so much. And our COO, who is behind the scene,
Dynamic CEO.
In all our activities. Without their support, perhaps anything would not have been possible. So, to cut the long story short, I wish you all a very happy evening tomorrow and day after, a happy weekend also. There is a program on 8th by Mr. Shivkumar, Shivkumar, CEO of ITC for agribusiness and IT at FAPSI Hall, Red Hills. Please do join us for the evening program. Thank you very much.